Day 28. Maurice Herzog. The price of the summit in June 1950. The snow-capped peaks of the Himalayas stood as untamed monuments to nature's extremes. Maurice Herzog, a 31-year-old French mountaineer and former soldier, was determined to change that. Unlike the more famous Everest, Annapurna's routes were unknown, no maps, no climbing records. The French team had just one season to find the mountain, chart a route, and make the climb before the monsoon storms arrived. For weeks, Herzog and his team trekked through remote valleys, crossing raging rivers and negotiating with wary villagers for information. They carried heavy loads over landslides, sleeping in icy winds at night. Finally, after weeks of searching, they caught sight of Annapurna's summit piercing the sky. Finding a route was another challenge. The mountain's south face was sheer and deadly. They decided to approach from the north, where massive glaciers and steep ice walls guarded the summit. By early June, they launched their final push. Herzog climbed with fellow mountaineer Louis Lachenel. The air was razor-thin, each breath a battle. Their boots crunched on ice crusted with snow. They fought not only gravity, but the knowledge that the descent could be even deadlier. At last, on June 3, 1950, they stood on the summit, the first humans to conquer an 8,000-meter peak. Herzog pulled out the French flag, his hands already stiff from frostbite. There are other Annapurnas in the lives of men. He would later write a nod to the personal summits we all must face. The triumph came at a terrible cost. On the way down, the climbers were caught in avalanches and blizzards. Frostbite blackened their fingers and toes. Herzog lost all his fingers and most of his toes. Lachenel suffered the same fate. The team barely made it back to civilization alive. And yet, for Herzog, the pain did not diminish the achievement. His book, Annapurna, published in 1951, became one of the most celebrated mountaineering accounts in history, inspiring generations to push beyond their limits. Lesson of the day: great victories often demand great sacrifices. Maurice Herzog's climb reminds us that reaching the top, whether of a mountain or a personal goal, requires courage, resilience, and the acceptance that every summit comes with a price.